Is here. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes approved. All right, Virgil, you're up, okay?
Hopefully, I apologize for not getting the blue sport coat memo today. Seems
Yeah, I
like
guess
everybody's
so.
got one, so.
We sure do.
All right, this is 1330 26th Street. This one was tabled for 60 days. Donors continued to make progress. Has completely replaced all of the exterior windows. As you can see, they're getting ready to put siding on it. She's making good progress. The interior's been completely gutted out, ready to start work on the interior and renovations of it. We're recommending to go ahead and move her out 60 more days. Hopefully by then,
We can turn it
we
loose.
can get her into a situation where we can withdraw this one like we have some of these others and let her go through the permitting process on the inside. She
Yes,
will
sir.
not be here tonight. Her mother is sick and she can't leave her, so.
Virgil, let me thank you. You really do your best at working with these residents and giving them the opportunity to get their homes back into shape. So thank you so much for what you do on a
What
daily.
we're
You
here
and
for.
Barry. Thank both of y'all. I'm with that. I agree with it. You said 60 days?
60, yeah.
That'll work.
I believe 60 days she can finish up the exterior and we can get her off the agenda and let her just carry through with the repairs under the permitting process.
Awesome.
Okay, is that all you have?
That's all we've got today.
Okay, thank you, Virgil.
Thank you.
Mary. Mr. Mills.
All right, good afternoon, Council and
Good
Mayor.
afternoon.
We have 15 applications today.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's football season.
Come on.
It's football season. The first one is for the venue Diamond Rio at 6052 Watermelon Road, applying for a special retail less than 7 days application. This next slide, please. It's going up there in the venue, in the parking lot of the venue on Watermelon Road. All right, and then the next 14 applications are game day events for September 2nd football games and September 9th football games. The first one we have is ATO Alumni Game Day for September 2nd and September 9th. They're located at 332 University Boulevard. The next two we have will be for DKE Alumni Game Day Bar for September 2nd and September 9th, located at 946 University Boulevard. The next two would be for Sigma Nu Alumni Game Day Bar, September 2nd and September 9th at 990 University Boulevard. Then we have KA Alumni Game Day Bar for September 2nd and September 9th, located at 416 University Boulevard. I have Phi Gam Alumni Game Day Bar for September 2nd and September 9th at 976 University Boulevard. We have Phi Psi Alumni Game Day Bar for September 2nd and September 9th at 312 University Boulevard. And then the last two would be for SAE Alumni Game Day Bar for September 2nd and September 9th at 432 University Boulevard.
Okay. Started.
Yes, sir.
It started, hasn't
We're
it?
here.
We're here.
Boom.
I saw it in Publix last night, Lord mercy. Okay, any questions for Mr. Mills? Thank you, appreciate it. Zach, you're up.
All right, good afternoon. So we have the DROD that you guys heard at Admin and Policy last week. So this is Hope Point Crisis Center, some exterior renovations, or really it's in addition to that property off of Greensboro. So, we kind of discussed it pretty in depth at Admin and Policy, but here's that site plan just to spark your memory, and then a couple of examples of what they're doing. So,
Is this a precursor to the state's mental health crisis unit?
yes, sir.
This is
Oh.
$7 million of
Is that
state
right?
money.
Th-
Zach, would you back up a slide, please? Okay, go ahead, never mind.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
like you're going.
Well, no, so they're also going to be rezoning this property to clean up the zoning. It's a mix of BN and BGO, and so they're just going to go to BN.
And BGO is,
General business. So you can see on the map here.
so what rezoning is and they're gonna, get that picture back up.
Of the actual what they're
Yeah,
building.
well, there.
Okay.
Ah,
Yes, sir. Yes,
there.
sir. Gotcha.
All right, so they're gonna, these and this are existing, are they building anything?
So they are demoing the one where your hand is at now.
The one that, RCI is in, that the engineering firm is in?
Yeah, I'm not sure who's in there now, but it's the 2-story building. They're going to demo that building, put a parking lot where that one is, and then just south of that, where that
South.
right there, yes, sir, is going to be a new building, which is going to connect to the existing building.
The
And
existing being this one?
No, sir, that's going to be demoed, that one.
Oh, they're demoing the green roof one too, not just this?
Yeah, all of that, yes, sir.
Okay, and purpose-wise, are there any zoning complications?
There are no zoning complications, no, sir.
This sounds like it's gonna help the police department, chief. Doctor, I think it'll be a good thing.
I think it will. So yeah, so this rezoning is just introduction. Y'all are going to be setting public hearing for that date, or for that rezoning.
And it will be to what?
So you have two
To
things.
BN and BGO presently.
Yes, and it's going to all go to BN.
It's all going to BN.
And it's still going to
Which
be
is
in
light-
DROD.
light
Neighborhood
commercial.
business. It's going to be similar to what you see along Greensboro already. We would say it's an appropriate zoning district.
And it is a behavioral health crisis center that will include residential
Some
accommodations as
short
well.
residential accommodations for people. Yes, sir.
BN covers that.
Yes, sir. That's appropriate for that type of use. And that's all I've got. So if y'all have any other further questions, I can answer them.
Any questions? For Zach? Thank you, Zach. Everybody,
Yes, sir. Just a reminder, right now, the opportunity to pay parking tickets with school supplies is going on now. That started yesterday, and Tuscaloosa residents may pay off $18 overtime parking tickets with donation of school supplies valued at $10. So, hey, what a deal there. School supplies valued at $20 or more will be accepted in place of two $18 parking tickets, and all the supplies that we receive will be donated to Tuscaloosa City Schools. You can bring those school supplies to Tuscaloosa Municipal Court, and certainly if you have any questions, you can call 311. So we hope everyone who has any overdue parking tickets, this is a good way to make good on it and help some children in our community who need it.
I was at Eastwood, Mayor, this morning, and a couple of students came in and they were getting their backpacks, and they were thrilled to death.
That's awesome.
Their mama was too.
It's expensive.
And these are stuffed with supplies too.
So hope anyone in the community, of course, you don't need an overdue parking ticket. You can just
Oh, come on,
make a
let's y'all,
donation.
come on downtown and stay all day and
That's
take
right.
care of your ticket.
And a donation to the city of Tuscaloosa is tax deductible. So we hope everyone will do that. The slide back is we have town hall meeting coming up this Thursday. It's going to be at TCTA. It's intended more for the geographical area of districts 1 and 2, but certainly everyone across the community is welcome. This will be more traditional in setting, so we'll start at 6. I plan on saying a few introductory statements, certainly our 2 council members from the district and any council member who was there, and then just answering questions that our constituents may have. Looking at the same format for Skyland the following Thursday. And then we'll be at Ketchitace on Thursday, September 7th. And I apologize, I'm already in trouble with Erica for having to reschedule that one. It's on me, but I told her I had to choose between her and divorce. And so I think I've made the right choice. Yeah, I know I made the most cost-effective choice, at least.
She'll get over it.
And so once I explained that to her Friday night, she was much more understanding of the choices that I had. But certainly, Mr. Tyner, we look
I look forward to that. It was great last year.
being out there. And I debated whether to say anything, but I know the elephant in the room is what occurred on Sunday. Frankly, it's been the last 48 hours. I've been overwhelmed with so many kind texts and notes and messages and cards, even in our house. And you know, I've never been in any type of vehicle accident like that in my life, and certainly never thought I'd be someone who would ever have to be transported. I've never, you know, have been that vulnerable, I guess you might say. And so you learn, you know, you do some, you know, introspection with that. And, you know, when the accident happened, I guess it knocked me out. And when I came to, a lady was on the passenger side holding my hand, even as I was bleeding, and she was just so kind, you know, and she's like, "You're going to be okay," and I'm like, "Am I dead?" Is this... you know,
Been watching too much.
maybe I did make it. I just got in. And then another young lady ran up and said she was an athletic trainer. I don't know who she was, and said, "Are you okay?" and started asking me questions. It just seemed like it felt like just a couple of seconds later, there's fire and rescue and there's PD, and, you know, all the way to get to DCH, and everyone was so kind. And really, I was just, you know, there wasn't much wrong with me, just little minor stuff. And, you know, it made me very proud of this community, from the compassionate people who didn't know me, to the professionalism to see our first responders work. You know, it made me so proud of who we are and what we do every day in the city. And then to DCH's credit, I couldn't have asked, you know, for better help and assistance. And so, anyway, it was a valuable experience for me, beyond just being a little sore. All is well, you know, all is well. And so, but I do want to thank everyone involved, because for my family and everyone, it meant a lot. And it reminds me that we have families go through this multiple times a day in our city. And what we do is important every single day, and I'm glad to be part of that. So to everyone, thank you for your kind words, and you know, I'm fine and ready to get back at it, and look forward to the state of the community tomorrow.
You take care of yourself.
Oh, I'm fine. It just I'm just sore. It felt like one time when we were playing Troy, I got knocked out. It kind of felt like that. So. Of course, I was 30 years younger then, so it was a little easier to recover. I went back in the game, Mr. Lanier, so luckily I'm at the point in life where I can take it.
No concussion protocols in those
No.
Get you back in the game.
No, but a lot, and again, the professionalism all the way down was, and everyone always taking the precautionary route just to make certain. So I was really, really appreciative of that. Thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you. We're so happy that you're here today and doing so well.
Sure.
Any department comments? Anybody else like to bring anything for a pre-council? Okay. Mr. Holmes.
Good afternoon, council. I may be further down on the agenda than I have ever been. I will be down here towards the bottom of page 3 on your agenda, where on page 32 you'll be authorizing an amendment to the 2006 agreement with the Tuscaloosa County School System for connection to the city's sanitary sewer system for the Duncanville Community Storm and Tornado Shelter. You may recall I briefed this in Projects Committee back on the 27th. At that time, we were unsure exactly what the agreement would require to accomplish this. Since that time, we've realized it is amending the agreement we had with the county school system back in 2006. They will then, in turn, allow the county to connect the storm shelter sewer line to their private line that we accept.
Scott,
yes, sir.
is my understanding is Commissioner Nelson and everybody's happy with this, right?
Yes, sir. As far as I know, this satisfies everybody. We've worked hard all together to get this done.
Thank you for getting that done.
Yes, sir. On page 33, we'll be authorizing the mayor to execute work authorization number G0323 with Atkins North America Incorporated for professional engineering services for preparing an environmental assessment for runway 422 extension. This is not to exceed $324,485.16, and this came from projects on last week. On page 34, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute a professional services agreement with Bokra Holdings LLC. This is DBA Gray Matter Consulting for our grant writing, and this is a total of $215,000 and came out of finance on last week. On page 35, you'll be authorizing minor public works contract with Rick's Service Company LLC. This is a total of $47,850 and came out of projects on last week. On page 36, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Southern Heating and Cooling. This is a total of $1,475 and again was on projects last week. On page 37, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Ryan Metal Works Incorporated for a total of $2,650 and again this came from projects last week. On page 38, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Serve Pro of Tuscaloosa. This is a total of $895 and again was in projects last week. On page 39, you'll be authorizing a disbursement from District 1 improvement funds for the Johnny Shines Blues Foundation. This is a total of $500 and came from finance last week. On page 40, you'll be approving job class specifications for water and sewer. This came to you in admin last week. We will skip down over the one Mr. Pons covered, where on page 43 and 45, you'll be amending section 21-84 of the Code of Tuscaloosa. This was presented in admin last week. On page 46 and 47, you'll be amending exhibits A and B of section 19-42 of the Code of Tuscaloosa. This came to you in admin last week. On page 48, you'll be authorizing amendment number 19 to FY23 general fund budget. And this was presented in finance last week. On page 49 and 50, you'll be authorizing amendment number 20 to FY23 general fund budget. And again, this came from finance last week. We do have one item for executive session. Are there any questions for me?
Questions for Scott? Okay. I think that's good, Scott. Thank you.
Sir.
Projects, finance, all we have today, then a long break for the council meeting. HPC meets tomorrow, fire and police pension Monday. The mayor's budget recommendation, do not forget, is next Tuesday, 3:15, during the finance committee. And then no admin or policy committee meetings because of the presentation. Any other comments by any council members? Okay, is there a motion? We go into executive session.
So moved.
Have a motion and second, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, sir. As your city attorney and attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama, I can certify that this executive session is to discuss with their attorney the legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation, controversies not yet being litigated but imminently likely to be litigated, or imminently likely to be litigated if the governmental body pursues a proposed course of action.
Okay, have a motion second, all in favor going into executive session, say aye.
Aye.